this thing. Okay, folks. Let's just say I had to take another take of me talking about the Sonic movie. Me and the guys had to take a certain take because let's just say I was sort of out of breath the first take that I did for certain reasons. So yeah. So yeah. So basically, before before I get the guys and with before I begin with the with Sonic Boom Month Day 4. Oh wait. I think it was Day 2. No, the E3 thing is like Day 3 because I needed to talk about that because me and the guys needed to talk about that too. Okay, so technically this would be Day 4. I'm sort of extending Sonic Boom Month for like the rest of the summer, or at least until I deem that I can do no more, and I end Sonic Boom Month from where it is. Because this time I'm not really gonna go. I mean, I'm gonna go places this summer, but I'm still gonna try and pop out a video when I can. So there we go. So, anyways, back to the Sonic movie. Back to what I'm about to talk about, and I'm trying to bring. I want to bring a fellow YouTuber. I'm gonna use a fellow YouTuber's videos, and I hope he doesn't mind. See, I don't. I mean, I like BW Roses, man. He's not like a messed up person. A lot of people are like, oh, BW Roses, this and that. His videos are crap and all this other crap. I'm like, no, he's pretty good. Not every freaking time. And I'll always say this. Not every freaking time. Dude's not a freaking bad person. But I will freaking look at this. Because most of his stuff is like, most of Melting Man's stuff I like, but I don't like how he attacks BW Roses because he's not really annoying. Personally, this is some of what people always talk about BW Roses. I don't really hate the guy. You know, he just is a fan that's a little bit overpassionate. Heck, a lot of fans are like that, you know? But I digress. Oh, I was trying to look at this very video on my Ouya, because now we got the new for all of us Ouya lovers out there that have actually like watching YouTube on our TVs. Now we have a YouTube app. But the thing about the YouTube app is certain videos. I was testing this as I was watching one of Dr. Wolf's videos. His video, this video and Dr. Wolf's videos and certain other videos around YouTube can run very, very slow on your Ouya. And I don't know what the problem technically is with that. Again, before I begin with this, I would like to say that the YouTube app is cool, but it is sort of, what's the word I'm looking for here? Sort of got little bits of bugs in it, and next update the Ouya people, the people that work on the Ouya do they need to patch that up. Okay, they need to patch that up because that is just really freaking weird. I mean, I'm listening to Dr. Wolf talk about freaking you know, some episodes of My Little Pony, and there it goes, and I'm listening to BW Rose and listening to this video, and it goes, you know. So I'm just saying people need to fix it. But back to the point. God dang, Bugsy, it took you forever to do that. Just to call us out here for a minute. Sorry, I had to freaking.
That someone was playing a practical joke. But it's true. As we found out during E3 these past few days,
Yes.
Sonic the Hedgehog is being brought to the big screen by Sony Pictures Columbia Pictures by Sony.
But I go to his videos because sometimes he'll have like predictions. He had a prediction about the comic, and really it freaking came true. And I was always on his channel ever since then.
Columbia Pictures. The animation is being done by, I think, a company named Mozar Animation or something.
Mozart.
It's being written by a few guys that have written the scripts of some very successful movies, including Fast and Furious 7, I believe. The Fast and Furious. Some of the.
Okay. Why you say okay like that? Because I'm like, do you guys know that you're writing about a hedgehog and not Fast and Furious? I mean, they're probably gonna do okay. I don't know why I got this like fan anxiety about how the movie's gonna go.
Series, I should say, among several others. I'll actually try to provide a link to the information down below. I will try. But yeah, these are the people that were behind these movies and everything that are bringing this movie to the big screen, bringing Sonic to the big screen. And the only, I guess you could say, mixed reaction to this is the fact that this movie will be a blend of CGI and live action. Now, they did provide a link in one of the articles to Eddie LeBron's Blue Core Studios fan film of Sonic the Hedgehog to kind of give people an idea of what they are to expect in the near future.
Anyone that says Sonic's gonna look like roadkill, you will get the Fan Brad Basher seal of disapproval. I dare you. I double dog dare you. Bugsy, calm down, man. Seriously, dude. You always have to yonky out. You always like do that. I don't get it. You just always do that. I'm just saying, Blue Core Studios did try their freaking hardest on this movie, on their little fan film, and people were like, "Oh, Knuckles has fingers. Oh, Sonic looks like roadkill. Oh, who's that voice actor?" And that's mostly from the young fans that don't know crap, crap from crap. And I'm not saying everybody's stupid, but Jesus, people, research is your best friend.
The movie becomes a reality and is on the big screen. Now, one of the things they talked about was the fact that, and I'm not quoting them on this, but I'm going to try to point out something they talked about. They talked about the fact that there's so many different stories that you could do with a character like Sonic. Now, they did confirm that Eggman will be in it, along with some of the classic established characters of the Sonic franchise. But now the only question is, where are they going to go with this? Apparently there is a part of this that says, a part of this article, or several articles on this,
Okay.
that state that this will be the first in a series of Sonic movies. series.
Dude, so I was right. They're gonna probably do a trilogy. So yeah, they could probably do Sonic 1, Sonic 2, and Sonic 3. But okay. But freaking okay. Sonic CD is like in the middle of, isn't Sonic CD in the middle of Sonic 4? Isn't Sonic CD like in the middle of Sonic 3? Sonic 3 to Sonic 4, because I just don't freaking get the timeline with that one. I guess, man. I don't know. We'll figure that one out.
Several articles have reported this. Now, if that is true, apparently they realized, as they mentioned, how big the fan base is. But also they've come to realize that there's a lot of stories that you can put together with a character like Sonic and the characters surrounding him. But where do they start? Now, apparently one might think right off the bat that they're just going to go straight for what we see now, or what we see off the games. That the movie is going to be focused more like what we have seen with Sonic X. Well, probably not in that direction, but similar to Sonic X, where you have humans and you just have the main game characters and stuff like that. That might be true. Some might think that we might get a blend or something, or we might get an origin story. Well, we know. My suspicion, my thought on this possibility, on what the first movie could be, if it is a series of movies that they're going to go with on Sonic. My suspicion is, I believe Sony's going to go in the direction that they've been very successful with recently, and that's the comic books. I know you might think, well, they got video games and all that. Yeah, they do, but how can you really adapt a video game? I mean, the only games really that could be adaptable for the big screen in a CGI live action setting are things like Adventure 2, Unleashed, 06, as much as people hate that one.
Oh God.
Possibly Rush.
I hope that they do adapt the comics, though. I mean, that could actually, again, I feel like that would actually work. I always say this whenever someone asks, whenever someone asks, what do you think the Sonic movie would be like? I'd say, they should go, Sony should go for the route of the comic books, because there's so much you can do. There is so much you can do with that. And even if they don't go Archie Comics, they can always go Fleetway. Because like I said, there's so much story you can do. There's so many adaptation routes you can go. Because working on my little fan project, we're gonna have like a few. Because working on Sonic Freedom Fighters, a freaking fan series that I'm working on myself. They're gonna, like I've always said, it's gonna have my own little spin on things, but it will have certain comic adaptations, like the Robotnik is Victorious arc, and a few others from the Fleetway comic, a few other things from the Fleetway comic, a whole bunch of stuff. But I'm not here to talk about that. I'm just giving you a good example, because the comics really have a lot of story that you can adapt. And I think the whole storyline with Archie Sonic / Satan Sonic has a lot more potential.
The Rush series, if you will, and that's about it. Not many others.
The rest is
yeah, possibly too. But I believe the direction they're going to go in is going to be possibly in a direction involving the comic books, which means there might be a possibility we may not only see Knuckles and Tails and Amy and, Eggman and Blaze and Shadow and Rouge and who knows who else. Marina, Styx, who knows. But we might also primarily see Sally, Rotor, Antoine, Bunny as well. We might see them. Because when one thinks about it,
get Kate Suchi on the freaking phone. Like, we want you to revoice Sally. We'll give you like whatever you need. Like, you don't think anybody else could? You don't think anybody else professionally could voice Sally? Well, I'm not saying that. I mean, I'm saying if it's possible, they could get her. They could get Antoine. They could get Antoine's voice actor, Rob Paulson. I mean, Rob Paulson, he's doing a lot of stuff, but I think he'd want to do this. Bunny's voice actor will be hard to get because I hear because she was the voice of Dexter also, and she went into retirement, so they'd have to get like someone that actually kind of sounds like Bunny. Rotor, they could probably just get it sound like or give him a new original voice. But something that sounds kind of the same, but still different.
But if they really want to make this a good movie, want to make this a series of movies, a successful series of movies, and they want to attract that fan base, both old and new, then they know that they've got several areas they can work in. And one of those main areas, one of the more successful areas, and I think they're going to look at this as to what is the more successful, what is the more high-grossing success of the Sonic media. They're going to look at what's making more money, and yeah, the games are making money, there's no doubt about it, but they're going to look, and they're going to see that the comic books are making money. They're going to see that seeing that field by Archie Comics is making a lot of money, and they might go in that direction because they would see that you got a blending of both the games and originality. So there is a possibility, which would also kind of explain why we got the redesigns maybe for the characters. Maybe, they're being redesigned for this possibility, that they're going to be on the big screen. Maybe that's why they got the redesigns. Not just because Ian Flynn wanted to do it, not just because the world got reset, but also the fact that maybe it's leading towards this possibility. I mean, it makes sense, folks. It really does. And again, you have to look at it this way.
Maybe I'm not doubting that it doesn't make sense. But again, it's a big stretch because that's probably why they wanted Sally to have a lot more clothing on. They can't have we can't have our little kitties looking at freaking Sally's chest. Even though sometimes in some of the comic books she kind of has cleavage and sometimes she kind of doesn't. Ani, have you been looking that closely into the comics? Bugsy, you know me. Harima knows me. Everybody knows me. So, what is your rebuttal? You're an idiot. That's my rebuttal. And that's why you suck, man. That's why you suck. But, that's probably going to be like setting him where she doesn't really have, visible cleavage. How did we get on Sully's cleavage? Yeah, I kind of want to know that myself. Bugsy and Harima. I just gotta tell you that, my friends, is what we need to be focusing on here. Not the movie, just the cleavage. Dude, you and Coco have been going at it way too much lately. Honestly, yeah. I mean, dude, you're losing your mind. You need a break. Yeah. Yeah, how about after this? We're doing another video anyway, so how about after this you just kind of chill? I guess. Besides, Coco was at her father's anyway, and I'm not going.
Actually, the most successful thing for Sega so far with Sonic is not just some of his games, but the comic books. And the comic books have proven to showcase a wide variety of stories. And that's exactly what Sony would look into.
See, and another thing about the comics, they can be direct, they can be funny, they can be all over the place at once, and it would still be a better story than just just doing Sonic Boom. I mean, I'm not saying Sonic Boom's not gonna be good, but I'm just saying for this, they need the comics for this one, and maybe there'll be a Sonic Boom
Like Sony would
movie.
look into, just like they've done with Spider-Man, and just like Marvel has done with X-Men, just like Fox has done with X-Men, just like, and several other Daredevil and Fantastic Four. Sony would do the same thing. Paramount, now Marvel Studios, have done the same thing. They look into all these different stories that they can get out of comic books, or adaptations that have been made into comic books. And that's exactly what I believe, in my opinion, this is my suspicion, that they're going to look at as probably the main priority.
I'm still
yeah, it's a possibility there. An original story.
I'm still mulling over should Scratching Ground to be in this movie.
Look at the comics as
and they be the funny bad guys, I guess. I mean, I would like them in it too.
And again, I just find it too ironic that suddenly we have new character designs for Rotor, Sally, Bunny, and Antoine.
Yeah, Rotor looks like he can freaking. Rotor looks like he can lift a bus. He already lifted Silver Sonic up like it wasn't nothing.
My opinion as to what they can do, though. The possibilities again are endless.
His strength really surprised you, didn't it? Like you wouldn't even know.
Maybe an adaptation from one of the games. But I think the best resource they've got, and I think they're going to look into more so, is the comic books by Archie Comics. Because they're going to see that they have told stories for the past 20 years. They've got 20 plus years worth of stories there. 20 plus years worth of stories that they could definitely look into. 20 plus years of characters that they can use. So again,
and all Sony gotta do is
now the question is, will CGI and live action work? Well, if Eddie LeBron's Blue Core Studios is any indication, in a fan film, yeah, it's a possibility. Yeah,
again, I do like the CGI live action take. I really think it's really good, and you guys may say Sonic looks like roadkill, but let me tell you something, fans. He looks like in the Eddie LeBron's movie, he looks like an actual hedgehog. A blue hedgehog, but he looks like he has the fur and texture of an actual freaking hedgehog. So, for everybody that said he looked like roadkill, you know the drill. This is where I say, which finger I'm holding up, blah, blah, blah. So, anyways, but really, like I'm saying, I really do think, the comics is Sony's best bet, personally.
And, like I said, it's a possibility, it can work. I know some people are on edge about it, because the best way possible, and it's going to be something for both old and new fans to enjoy. So, and you got to look at who's directing it, who's behind it, and their past credits that they've done in movies. I mean, I think we've got a winner here. So that's really all I'm going to say on it. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, it'll be out before this decade's out. Hopefully, it's released before this decade's out. But I'm looking forward to it. I know a lot of you are looking forward to it. And again, like I said, the resources that they have for making a movie story-wise and character-wise are endless. Mm-hmm. But my belief is they're going to probably look more towards the comics more than anything. So let me know what you guys think down below. What direction do you think they're going to head towards? What resources do you think they're going to use the most?
Personally, I do think it's the comic books. The comic books, to me, feels like the best way to go. You know? I mean, we could have Sonic Boom be the funny guy in the corner, but we can have the movies be like a combination of action, a little romance, a little drama, and comedy. You know, we can have, like I said, we can have funny Sonic Boom, and we can have the movies, which are kind of going to be, in my opinion, a little bit more action-based, you know, stuff like that. But that's all I really have to say about it. And, yeah, guys, I think we're done here. Got anything else we need to... You got something you need to say, honey? Yeah, I mean, I'd say the best version of the comics would have to be the Fleetway one. I guess the Fleetway one would work, but they'd have, you know, but that's the thing about that. Sonic, you know, turns super Sonic and then evil, and then he kind of goes on a kind of a killing spree almost. Everybody had to run and stuff like that. So I don't think they're going to go that route. I think they're just going to go with Archie, you know. The Fleetway comics take too long to, you know, the Fleetway comics, as they are now, it takes them about half a month to get out, so, you know, and stuff like that. So I'd say Archie's the best way to go. You agree, Harry? Well, yes. And B.W. Roses also says, we need a good, you know, the writers have to know what they're doing, the director really has to know what he's doing, and all in all, I think it might be good, hopefully, just, if they are doing if they are doing, CGI with live action, and they sort of do the exact same thing with Sonic's model, we're all gonna laugh at these, fans that just go, we're just gonna laugh at these fans because, you know, go out in nature. Go out in nature. Look at the freaking texture of that, and go look at the texture of a hedgehog, and tell us that Sonic don't have the exact same texture. Of course, he's a blue hedgehog, but we're just talking about the texture of a regular hedgehog, an actual hedgehog. So, I think we're done. Bugsy, let's get out of here. And see you later, boomers. I may not do anything for this weekend. Hopefully I might. And if I don't, just know Monday. It's probably gonna go back to day. It's gonna go to day 5, and day 5 will be a mock-off video. But I feel like Monday we might actually just revisit the Sonic OVA and poke a little fun at it. So, see you then.